Most people think dental implants have to cost a ton, but I'm here to tell you how dental implants can cost less than your cup of morning coffee. Fact check me there. Today we're going to talk about dental implants and how you can get a brand new smile for almost free. All right, let's go. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Dr. Moriarty. We're here at More Smiles and More Dental Implants today. And today I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic which comes up a lot, which is how to get dental implants and how to get dental insurance, and particularly medical insurance, to cover implants. This sounds kind of crazy, and if you go back a couple years, about 2.5 or 3 years ago, if you would have said the same thing to me, dental implants can be covered by medical insurance, I would have said, you know what, I think that's crazy. Actually, I know it's crazy, and it doesn't happen. And lo and behold, I was wrong, and a little bit later, at the end of 2022, we found out that dental implants are actually covered by insurance. That's kind of crazy, right? Because I've been in dentistry since 2006, and I've never heard of this before. So why medical insurance covers implants in the first place? Is it cosmetic? No, they don't cover cosmetic things. We know that. But what we do know is that if you have issues like infection, trauma, if you have jawbone loss, or if you have systemic illnesses which have had certain oral health effects, you can justify implants being covered by the insurance. I think it's important to note the difference between dental and medical insurance. So typically, the way dental insurance works is that they cap out at about $1,000 to $2,000 per year, meaning that once you get past the $1,000 to $2,000, whatever that cap is, they're not going to cover it anymore. And then it's going to all be out of pocket on the patient. So that's something, dental insurance is more or less there to cover routine things. So cleanings, checkups, x-rays, things that, you know, kind of are like more routine. Sometimes if you break a tooth and you need a filling or you need a crown, maybe a root canal or something like that, that's typically what dental insurance is used to cover. Now, medical insurance works a little bit differently in that there is a deductible and there's an out-of-pocket max, which may be, you know, $3,000 or $5,000 or $10,000. After that, they kind of cover everything, right? So, you know, I've seen cases where people come in and, you know, their bill is $60,000 and the medical insurance covers it, and they end up paying, you know, $3,000 or $4,000 or something like that. I've also seen people that have already met their deductible for the year, their out-of-pocket max, and they actually get the entire surgery for free. They're still paying for it. They're paying for the medical insurance, but it's something that's actually covered, which is kind of like crazy. So that's the difference between medical and dental insurance. And, you know, there are different ways to do that. Like I said, we've been doing that for almost 2.5 years here now. We've helped hundreds and hundreds of people. A lot of people, when we advertise and tell people about it, it kind of sounds like BS a little bit, you know, because people have not heard this before. A lot of dentist office and oral surgeons actually don't do medical insurance billing because they don't know how, and they don't know that it exists. But it's legit, it's for real, and it's life-changing for you if you need this. So what plans work best? Typically, we see the PPO plans work best. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, Cigna, depending on what state you're in and what area you're in, there are different plans there. And then also there's different reasons too. Some plans will cover implants and the surgery. Some plans don't cover the implants, but they cover the surgery and the bone grafting and, you know, some of the other things that we do, the temporary prosthetics and the permanent prosthetics, the surgical obturators, the surgical guide, so on and so forth. So why and how does this process exist in the first place with medical insurance, and how are we able to do it and most places aren't? Well, it's not any big secret, but the secret is in the documentation. So basically what happens is someone comes in, we'll do a full head and neck examination, we'll do a CAT scan, which is a CBCT, cone beam CAT scan, and we take that documentation and then we submit it, and we create something called a letter of medical necessity. Now, letter of medical necessity explains why it's necessary for medical insurance to cover this. And with the correct diagnosis codes, we're able to take that information, send that to the insurance. Now, sometimes people's plans will require a pre-authorization where we have to send that information in, and it may take 30 or 40 days to get that information back. Other times we know that based on what the insurance will cover, based on the conditions and why it's kind of come about, then we can confidently know that the insurance is going to kind of pick up a part of it. Now, typically, in most cases, it's not free. Most cases, there is your out-of-pocket max, which can range anywhere from, like I said, maybe $5,000 to $15,000 or $18,000. Usually, the price for this particular procedure, it costs about $25,000 to $30,000 on average per arch. So if you have 2 arches, it could be $50,000 to $60,000. Now, for a lot of people, that's a lot of money, and I definitely get that. And I don't think people roll around with that much cash. And up until now, what I've seen is people go to places and it's it's $50,000, and if you can't do that, then there's nothing to do, and you just get dentures. But now, even if you can reduce that by 40%, 60%, 80%, you're able to help a lot more people. And what we've seen is there's a lot of people that need this surgery. They're embarrassed by their smile, they're in pain, they have infections in their jawbone, they have jawbone loss, they've been missing teeth for a long period of time, they have other medical conditions like diabetes, they have gastrointestinal issues like acid reflux and GERD and diverticulitis and things like that are directly or indirectly caused by the fact that they're malnourished, they're not able to eat and chew their food. And these are all reasons that we can go to the insurance company and say, look, this person is having systemic conditions that are caused by the lack of teeth, by the lack of chewing, and we're able to kind of get this stuff covered. So this is really exciting news for us because, like I said, I know there's a lot of people out there that need this, and if you just don't like your smile, no, they're not going to cover it. But if you have legit medical conditions and you have, like I said, infections and teeth, bone loss and tooth loss, by all means, give us a call. Go to moresmiles.com or moredentalimplants.com. That's more, M-O-R, no E at the end. And give us a call, give us a shout out. We'd be happy to look into it for you. Typically what we'll do is we'll check your insurance and see if it's, the benefit, if it's a covered benefit. We'll do the insurance verification with that information. Then we'll typically bring you in for an appointment. We'll do an exam. We'll take the CAT scan. We'll check it out and kind of go from there. Every case is different, and it's important for you guys to know that this is something that that is being covered by insurance these days. So if you have medical insurance, if you have a PPO, and you need this, please give us a call, and we'd be happy to check it out for you. See ya.